first time joining us. Appreciate you coming by. So I've been doing this series and it's reading this book. This is a book called The Daily Laws by Robert Greene, and I really like his books. This book is a compilation of a lot of his ideas and concepts that he has throughout the rest. And so he set it up to be able to read every day. Today is January 1st in the book. That's not the date probably that you're reading this, but this is January 1st that we'll read this together and we'll talk about it a little bit. He says, discover your calling. Everyone holds his fortune in his own hands. Like a sculptor, the raw material he will fashion into a figure. But it's the same with that type of artistic activity as with all others. We are merely born with the ability to do it. The skill to mold the material into what we want must be learned and attentively cultivated. We get born with the ability. We get born with the capability, he says. That was Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. So we'll go on and read the next part. This is now Robert Greene, part of the Daily Laws. You possess a kind of an inner force that seeks to guide you toward your life's task. You know, we don't talk about big concepts like that anymore that often. Life's task. I mean, you know, we're into like, how many likes did we get on this Facebook, this or that, or something of this nature. Whenever it comes to like life's task, it seems like there's kind of a void in our culture, and maybe this is a way to remedy that. What you are meant to accomplish in the time you have to live. It seems kind of basic to break it down to those words, you know. Your life's task is what you are meant to accomplish in the time that you have to live. Starting to get into bigger concepts now, letting this sink in and letting it grow in our minds, you know. In childhood, this force was clear to you. It directed you towards activities and subjects that fit your natural inclinations, that sparked a curiosity that was deep and primal. In the intervening years, the force tends to fade in and out as you listen more to parents and peers, to the daily anxieties that wear away at you. This can be the source of your unhappiness. This can be the source of your unhappiness. Listening to those anxieties. He said in the intervening years, whenever you listen to these voices, these anxieties, these parents and peers that may be, you know, putting those thoughts in, that can wear away at you. This can be the source of your unhappiness, he says. Your lack of connection to who you are and what makes you unique. Now, he's been talking a lot about this in some of his podcasts, and I'm really latching onto this idea, and it's amazing to me. Finding what that is that makes you unique, that one thing that you're really good at, and just locking onto that one thing and focusing on that, and really on purpose to the detriment of other activities. We've been pulling out of a lot of our, as a matter of fact, we just got off the phone, 2 conference calls just now, talking about pulling out of some of our commercial investments that we've been working on for a while, because it's not in our core competency and it's not in our focus and it's not part of our future focus. And the great thing is, the way that we set up our business, even if we step out and wash our hands of it and give away a deal, because basically one of these deals we're giving away about $80,000 a month of revenue, giving that away to people on our network who we're working with, because it's not part of our focus. And the way we set up our business, everything that someone else does that benefits the area benefits us. So let me say that again. Everything that someone else does, whenever my competitor comes in and buys up a piece of land and takes away some opportunity that I have, so to speak, they're just adding to the value of the area, which pushes all my land values up because I'm focused in this one area. Kind of off the subject a little bit. Let's get back to the book. The first move towards mastery is always inward. I love that. I remember when I read it the first time. The first step towards mastery is always inward. learning who you really are and reconnecting with that innate force. Knowing it with clarity, you will find your way to the proper career path and everything else will fall into place. Robert Greene talks a lot about a career path and that finding that task and finding that purpose, because the things we do every day, that's our life. A lot of times we think of it as, oh, that's just feeding the dog. Oh, that's just kissing my wife. Oh, that's just holding my son's hand. That's just what I do every day. It's just, that's your life. That's our important part of our lives. If we even just look at the mathematics of it, you know, the big goals that we achieve, the big, huge mountains that we get to the top of, that's such a small moment in your life. What really is a large moment in our lives is every day whenever I wake up, am I in a good mood? Every day, do I treat my wife with really good respect and love and honor? And do I really show her that I love her? Because that's what makes my life better. That's mathematically what is my life, is the time that I spend doing those kind of things. So that's what he's talking about here. The time that you spend doing things, that's your life's task. Those are the tasks you do add up to your life. The first move towards mastery is always inward. Learning who you really are and reconnecting with that innate force. Knowing it with clarity, you will find your way to the proper career path and everything else will fall into place. It is never too late to start this process. All the online gurus and speakers and all that kind of thing love to talk about Kentucky Fried Chicken. And so I'll tell this story as well. If you don't know it, it's a great one. Colonel Sanders, you know, he made the best chicken around and he's always trying to get a chicken franchise. And for years and years, he did it and never got a chicken franchise until he was in his 60s. And you've probably heard of Colonel Sanders. You've probably heard of Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC before. And the reason that franchise exists and the reason that KFC sells more chicken than anybody in the world is because this guy didn't give up and he didn't think it was too late whenever he was 60 years old. It is never too late to start this process. Daily law. Mastery is a process and discovering your calling is the starting point. That's January 1st, the Daily Laws with Robert Greene. If you don't know me, my name is Alex Alexander. I run Hawaii Escape Co. here in beautiful downtown Kailua, Kona, Hawaii, on the big island of Hawaii, in Hawaii. I'm the CIO of Integrity Portfolio Management. We manage $1.5 million of agricultural land here in Hawaii. I make these videos for free. I don't have any sort of a course or mentoring or any of that kind of thing. I was able to turn my life around from whenever I was broke just by watching free videos like this and putting the knowledge into action. And so I make these free videos so that hopefully one more person out there in the world might latch onto it, find some information, change their life like I did, and I hope that's you. From downtown Kailua, Kona, this is Alex Alexander saying aloha.